Right. Good morning, everybody, and good to be on with you on this beautiful day. Today is Wednesday, and it's Wednesday. We are at the midway day in March here. It's March the 15th, and hope you've had a great start to March, and hopefully you had a great start to March Madness. The basketball tournament started. The college basketball tournament started last night, and hopefully you had a great start here. We as a family, I don't know if anybody else does this, we as a family, we all made out our brackets and got them all filled out there. And so just kind of something fun to do as a family. But we're excited about the contest here, although kids didn't want to do much basketball watching last night. They were pretty much not into that. But anyway, it's okay. I'll forgive them. But look forward to that. And man, March Madness, exciting stuff. Speaking of March Madness, hope that you are inviting somebody to join you for church on Sunday in your class, your Sunday school class, and looking forward to that. And just good, just to have some fun as we gather together for church as well. And so just kind of a nice competition between classes, and that's exciting. Okay, we're going to look in Job chapter number 35. I would encourage you, if you're on, hit that share button real quick so that others can jump in here and be a part of our power up here, okay? And then Job chapter 35, if you care to join us in the scriptures there. Let's look at verse number 1. Elihu spake moreover and said, Thinkest thou this to be right, that thou saidst, My righteousness is more than God's? For thou saidst, What advantage will it be unto thee, and what profit shall I have if I be cleansed from my sin? I will answer thee, and thy companions with thee. And so Elihu here is stating, saying, Hey, Job, you think you're more righteous than God is because you've denied that you've done anything wrong. You denied the fact that you are being judged for some sin. And so are you more righteous than God is? And then he says, Elihu says, I will answer thee, and thy companions with thee. We've been very quick, Elihu and his friends have been very quick to point out that Job is being judged for his sin. Verse number 5, Look unto the heavens and see, and behold the clouds which are higher than thou. If thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou against him unto him? If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? Or what receivest he of thy hand? And here he's stating you're not greater than God. Your righteousness is not greater than God, and you cannot change who God is. And he says, if thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? In verse number 6, if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou against him? Hey, you're not going to change who God is. And you know the narrative that Elihu and Job's friends have promoted throughout this narrative of, this narrative of God is judging you for your sin, and God judges wickedness. And they stated that throughout. You do wicked, God's going to judge it. Do wicked, God's going to judge it. And Job has tried to refute that and saying, hey, God's judgment isn't always immediate. God's judgment isn't always in this life. Sometimes it's when we step into eternity. And because of our sin, because of a lack of our faith, we're doomed to be separated from God for eternity. And so we see that argument being made here. Verse number 8, Thy wickedness may hurt a man as thou art, and thy righteousness may profit the Son of Man. By reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry. They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. But none saith, Where is God my Maker, who giveth songs in the night? And so we note as we continue to look at this, the wickedness is continued to be talked about here. And then verse number 11, this is kind of a key verse here. Who teacheth us more than the beasts of the earth, and maketh us wiser than the fowls of heaven? And Elihu here is saying that Job has neglected to learn from creation about who God is really, and the fact that God does judge. And so they've looked at this multiple times here, and they're saying that Job is not learning from his suffering. He's not learning from his experiences in this life. And I would encourage us, as we consider this, let's learn from our experiences. Let's learn from the experiences of others as we seek to live in this life. And then verse number 12, there they cry, but none give the answer because of the pride of evil men. Pride keeps us from learning. Pride keeps us from understanding. Then verse 13, surely God will not hear vanity, neither will the Almighty regard it. And so we see even this this statement here of saying, Elihu saying to Job, Job, your prayers have been answered. You want this trial removed from you. And he says, hey, they haven't been answered because you aren't right with the Lord, because you've answered or you've asked in vain. We note verse 13, that word vanity. Surely God will not hear vanity, and neither will the Almighty regard it. And so say, hey, God hasn't answered your prayers because you're not right, because you're asking in vain, because of your sin. Until you confess your sin, Job, you're going to continue to be in this trial, is what Elihu is saying. And then verse 14, although thou sayest, thou shalt not see him, yet judgment is before him, therefore trust thou in him. But now, because it is not so, he hath visited in his anger, yet he knoweth it not in great extremity. And so he's saying, hey, God has come, God is in anger, has brought this upon you because of your lack of faith, your lack of trust, your lack of living for him. Verse 16, therefore doth Job open his mouth in vain. He multiplieth words without knowledge. And really saying that, Job, what you have said, your conversation, your rebuttals of what your friends have brought towards you has all been in vain. It has meant nothing. You've opened your mouth in vain, and you multiply your words. You're just speaking for the sake of speaking. And we see this call here for Job to get right. And you talk about, and we've mentioned this before, this continued piling on, this continued narrative of Job as being judged for his sin. And once again, let me just say this. They were all, it appears they were all buddy-buddy and all had a good relationship with Job when times were good. And now that times are bad, they've turned on Job, saying, hey, Job, obviously you are not right. And once again, we go back to yesterday and just that thought of God, man sees the outward appearance, but God knows the heart. And what Elihu and Job's other friends here, what they have not seen and what they do not know is the conversation that took place in heaven between God and Satan prior to this trial. And they don't know that. They can't know that. And so they're very quick to judge and lay down the hammer on Job. And so I would encourage you, don't be so quick to judge. Don't be so quick to lay down the hammer. Let's speak the truth, but speak the truth in love. And these friends here, they're speaking what they think is the truth, but the fact that they won't even listen to Job speaks to the fact that they're not speaking the truth in love. And so let's make sure that is something that we do, speaking that truth in love. Okay? We're going to end there. We'll jump into chapter 36 tomorrow. That was a quick run through chapter number 35 there. And Elihu will pick up 36. Elihu continues to speak in chapter 36 tomorrow. All right, let me give a couple shout outs to everybody who is watching. And once again, thank you so much for being on. Hit that share button if you haven't done so. All right, Brian and Cindy, good morning to you both. Have an awesome day. Cliff and Karen, good morning to you both as well. Lee and Angie, good morning. Have a great day. David, good morning to you. Charlie and Marcia, have an awesome day. Bill, good morning to you as well. And then Jean, thank you so much for being on. And Paula, good morning to you. Have a great, great day. Want to remind you, don't forget we have services tonight at 6 o'clock. And we're coming down to, in the adult Bible class, we're coming down to the end of the book of Nehemiah. I think we just have just a couple weeks left. And so be sure and be here for that. And then our young people and kids, we have our programs running tonight for you as well. So hopefully we'll see you all this evening. Have a great day, everybody. And Lord willing, we'll touch base tomorrow morning, and we'll see many of you tonight for services. Have a great day.